Hello beautiful souls, happy 4-4 portal. So today is the 4th of April, so the 4-4 portal. We're receiving DNA activation, new fresh light codes. So we're going to have a little look today and see what that means for us, why we're receiving it, and how it's going to affect us. So let's just dive straight in. Let's have a look at just generally speaking what the energy is doing for today. Always very exciting when we have these portals every month because it accelerates our growth and healing and propels us further forward on our divine journey. Yep, so we have ocean, ebb and flow. So straight off the bat we're being asked to go with the flow, right? There's always ebbs and there's always flows with energy. That's just the way that it works. Sometimes we're in a state of ebb where that's the time to go inwards and self-care, and sometimes we're in a state of flow where things move forward within the physical reality and we make more progress. Okay, we have two more here, just jumped out at me. Tree, grounding. Okay, so we really need to stay grounded in that truth and use the energy when it comes through. We're always tempted, or certainly ego is always tempted when we're in a state of ebb to continue to push forward. It can very easily to the ego feel like we're not getting anything done, we're not progressing, and sometimes we feel like we're being a little bit lazy. And for those workaholics out there, that doesn't feel very nice to put the work down and then self-care. We feel like we're not getting anything done, but we need to understand that it's very important to take care of ourselves. It's just as important as it is to make that same progress within our physical reality. It's much in the same vein, isn't it, where people say you can't help other people unless you help yourself first. It's that same kind of thing. We need to be grounded in the truth that there is ebb and there is flow. We just need to accept that. Sometimes we need to take care of ourselves, and then sometimes we need to move forward and progress. So we need to move with that energy as best we can. And then we also have crystals focus. So this is all speaking to the ebb and flow ocean card there. We need to stay focused on our own journey and not concern ourselves with what everybody else is doing, but just look at what we're doing, because everything else will then just fall into place. So I'm going to pop these over here. So this is our this is like our talisman energy for the 4-4 portal. This is primarily what we need to focus on. So we're going to dig now into why this is happening. What's the 4-4 energy portal for? What energy is coming through with this portal? What's it for? And then we'll look at how we can expect to be affected by it, and what results it will bring should we choose to embrace that energy. It's also important to note that 4 is the divine number for support and guidance. So it's interesting that we're receiving this right before we step into the next energetic phase, which will be the end of April, beginning of May. Which is a much more action orientated energy. So we'll start to actually see the fruits of our labor in the next energetic phase in the in the physical reality. Can't get my words out. So right now, this is all very much the energetic phase that we're currently in. Okay, we're in the last sort of phases of it. Because it did start back in December of last year, when we experienced the Great Conjunction on the 21st of December. We also experienced the winter solstice on the same day, so that really pushed us within so that we could deal with the energies that the Great Conjunction brought. So now we have this 4-4 portal, 4, which is support and guidance. So this is definitely a last little boost of inward energy. So let's see what we've got here. This deck is going to speak to us. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we have star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So the answers are within. So this is what it's doing. We're carrying around the answers. It's just a case of unlocking them. So we can see already that this is what the portal is bringing, is this this key energy, right? It's giving us a key so that we can unlock the answers, the information. The DNA is being activated, that's been lying dormant for not just for your not just for your life and the body that you're in now, but the energy and information that you've been carrying as a soul. It's been embedded within us from our ancestors, and now that DNA is being activated so that we have conscious access to it. This lost wisdom, we are relearning how it is to be human. We've been relearning this for a while. Our lives up until the point of the Great Conjunction, like I say, December of last year, was all about just kind of finding our feet individually speaking, coming to an understanding that we are spiritual beings, and kind of awakening to that, getting ourselves acquainted with the physical reality, understanding how it works in terms of physics. And now we've learnt that, right? We're all at a point where we understand how gravity works, and we understand that we have to feed our bodies, otherwise we feel ill. These very basic things that go with living in a physical reality and having a physical vessel. So now it's time to unlock the information that has been hoarded, I suppose, by the human race, and to activate that so that we can start to reunite our spiritual nature with our physical nature, because up until this point the human race has only been dwelling within a physical state of being, and not so much a spiritual one, not a metaphysical one. And there's a lot of power to be gained from finding a balance between those two things and reuniting those two things, those two states of being. So these light codes that we're receiving are waking up that dormant energy within us. We also have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up, right? So I keep saying this on stream, on Twitch. If you haven't caught us on Twitch yet, the link is down in the description below if you want to come and join us, where we discuss this kind of stuff live. But I'm always saying on stream, excuse me, I've been drinking a lot of tea. We have been training for this lifetime, for many lifetimes. We've been learning what it is to be human, as I just said, and we've not just been doing that within this lifetime, but over the course of many lifetimes, as because our souls are so different to these bodies that we're in. The realm that we're from is very different to a physical reality. It's a completely non-physical reality. It's taken us, because it's just so different, so vastly different, we've needed several lifetimes, more than several, many, many, many lifetimes, to really grasp what it is to be human. And now we've done that, as I say. So we're now being called up to I know I'm struggling to lay my hands on the vocabulary, as is always the case, because as a reader I read emotion and I always receive information as a feeling, and it's always difficult to articulate because honestly there's just no language to describe what it is that I'm trying to describe right now. We've been training to get certain things done, let's say, in this lifetime. So that is also something that this 4-4 portal is bringing, is the energy to unlock all of this stuff within us, to unlock all of this potential so that we can step up and start doing the things that we actually came here to do. No pressure, but this is what we came here for. This is what we've been coming here for all this time. All of the lifetimes that we've had, we've been bringing ourselves to this particular lifetime and the subsequent lifetimes. Now there are many souls, just side note, there are many souls where this will be the last human lifetime and other physical realities will be experienced beyond this. For some souls, they will continue to come back. They'll continue to live human lives to continue the work. But I'd say, I don't know, I always hate to put like percentages and numbers and things on it, but for argument's sake I would say that half of the souls, this is it. This is the lifetime that they were leading up to, and the other half are going to continue to come back for maybe a few more lifetimes, but that will be it. We're basically at the end. We're at the end of the cycle. We're at the end of our job of raising the consciousness of this reality and this planet. So no pressure, but reaching spiritual enlightenment, let's call it, at this point is far more poignant and important than it ever has been. So moving with this ebb and flow and being grounded in that truth, as I said, is so important, because that's going to really help us to become conscious to this information that this portal is now unlocking within us. This isn't the only one. Of course, we have the 5-5 portal, the 6-6, 7-7, and so on. And they in turn will bring more DNA activation, more Kundalini activation, more light codes being sent to us. But they all have their own purpose and they all kind of stack on top of each other. So it's our responsibility to work with those little bite-sized kind of bits of energy that come our way each month, to work with them to the highest degree so that we're ready to receive the next set. So let's get some more information here. Oh, hello. Yeah, see, all of this is just echoing everything that I'm channeling here. Full moon, surrender to the divine. Okay, so there's more of that grounding and ebb and flow. Surrender, right? Just surrender to it. It's happening. Okay, it's happening. Whether you want it to or not, it's happening. Just really surrender to it. Let's just dip into another deck here and see what else we got. It's going to work with me. Wrong deck, okay. Wrong deck, okay. Let's have a look at the Cosmic Cloud Oracle then. Okay, yeah, beautiful. Okay, we have two here that just threw themselves out at me. So we have adventure. This is an air card. Air is ideas and thought. So coming with it is a lot of optimism and enthusiasm for embarking upon this adventure. The energy is very abundant in optimism and creativity. So we'll have a look in a moment how this energy is going to affect us and how it's going to make us feel, what will unfold within the physical reality as a result of just fully surrendering to this energy. But I feel that this overlaps a little bit with this card here, because we're seeing that excuse me, there's a lot of ideas and creative flow that will come from this. We also have karma, so this is the element of spirit, which is made up of all of the earthly elements of earth, water, fire and air, the fifth element, as it were, of spirit. Karma. So this is absolutely written in the stars, meant to be, right? That all of this energy that's coming, we as souls, we knew about it. We don't remember now that we're human, but we were aware before we came here. We were aware that this was going to happen, that we were going to experience this particular phase of this reality and our lives. And this is part of our karma that we've been carrying through many lifetimes. We don't just accumulate karma and it work out within one singular lifetime. You know, we accumulate karma over many lifetimes, and sometimes, you know, the what's the word I'm looking for? The atmosphere. That's not the right word, for lack of a better one, because I'm struggling with vocab right now. It has to be perfect. The environment, right? That's the word. The environment has to be perfect for karma to work itself out. We easily pick up karma, but it coming to its fruition and its end, the environment has to be absolutely perfect. All of the elements need to be perfectly in alignment for that karma to be worked out. And sometimes it takes multiple lifetimes before those variables are correct. So we're certainly set up now for some karma to be worked out and for some release to happen. So this is the perfect segue really for us to move into the next part of our reading, to see how this is going to affect us. But just know that karma from multiple lifetimes ago is it's being pulled out of us so that we can be wiped clean, I suppose, to move forward. So we've got some very powerful energy here. Very, very powerful energy with this portal. Let's move this out the way. Okay, by the way, you knew it was coming. But this deck here is my own self-created deck. If you want to get your hands on one, there is a crowdfunder link in the description below. We've only got a couple of weeks left before the crowdfunder ends. So here we go. I know you've seen it many, many times, but just another reminder, right, that this deck is still available. We need to hit goal, otherwise no one will get one. So no pressure, but this deck, the future of this deck is now in the community's hands. So go have a little look at the crowdfunder and snap up a deck. Okay, so let's see then how we can expect to be affected by this energy, physically speaking and mentally speaking. I think we have a pretty good idea as to how this is going to feel for us, right? Because this is all still very inward, accepting the ebb and the flow, focusing on ourselves, surrendering, I'm also going to mention meditation here too, because meditation is going to really bring us consciously in touch with the information that's being unlocked within us. So if you're not meditating regularly, then I recommend that you start. Only needs to be 10 minutes a day. It doesn't need to be, you know, a long time. You don't need to become a monk and sit, you know, for half a day in meditation. Just 10 minutes a day is all we really need. So we have the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving and withholding. So we're really going to be able to establish a balance between how much we give, how much we take, and how much we keep back for ourselves. I feel, I mean, we have just had a full moon in Libra a week or so ago, so I feel that energy is still kind of lingering, or certainly we're choosing to hold it within our auric field because the balancing energy has been highly beneficial to us. So we also have the Arrow Master hitting the mark, intention and detachment. So again, that intention, detachment, there's more balance. Also notice how these two cards look very similar. You know, they're the same color. We have the balance here between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and we also have card 20 and card 10, so there's a solid 10 between them. Let's put them like this. So very, very balanced, yin and yang kind of energy going on there. On camera they look different colors. I've just noticed, but this blue is the same color. I don't know why the light is making it look different on the camera. That's really weird. They are the same color. So yeah, we have a very beautiful balanced energy between feminine and masculine. Worth going back and looking at last Tuesday's video, the Twin Flame Tuesday video. It's the first one we did for the ongoing series. There'll be another Twin Flame video every Tuesday, but it's worth looking at that if you haven't already, because this is really speaking to that Twin Flame dynamic. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy within ourselves obviously is mirrored outside of ourselves in the physical reality when it comes to love and romantic love between ourselves and our twin and our soul flame, but that is just a reflection of what's going on within ourselves. So worth going and looking at that video if you haven't, because I feel that I mean, when I did that reading, I wasn't thinking about the 4/4 portal or the full moon or the new moon that's coming or the next energetic phase. You know, I was just purely focusing on that, but I feel that now that reading is a little intertwined with this one. So go and have a look at that if you haven't already. I think there'll be some useful information there with regards to the 4/4 portal. So let's see what else we've got then. So we can definitely expect to find balance within ourselves. Yeah, we have fixed moon now. Hold your vision. More blue. Look at that. There's all this blue going on. So to me this feels like very air energy. Also a little bit of water, but a little bit. This is just the way that I'm reading this energy right now, but I feel there's a little bit of emotion, but there's a lot more logical thought going on. So we're still in touch with our emotions, but we're not letting our emotions rule us, which is very important. And now we bust into some green. Don't let your past hold you back. So this kind of speaks to the karma that we had a moment ago. Running out of space. Let's move these. Yes. lots of release and purge. So this karma, as I said a minute ago, it's being worked out of us. For us right now, it's going to take the shape of releasing our past from this particular lifetime, but under the surface, I suppose. I'm so struggling to articulate this, but I'm learning. There's a lot of new energies here, and as a reader, I'm being very much challenged with all of it. So I'm still learning myself how to articulate this kind of stuff. But I feel that within our conscious minds right now, we're going to be thinking, well, you know, there was this trauma from my past. I feel like I'm just totally over it now, and I'm done with it. So I'm just going to release it. But under the surface, kind of spiritually, what's really happening is karma from previous lifetimes is being released. So let's pop into another deck. Let's see what's going on in the physical reality, and how this is going to prepare us for the next energetic phase. I think that'll be very useful to look at. I've noticed all of these cards are coming out in pairs. That's interesting. Right, more green, right, green and green, different shade, but still green. Hex, banishment, okay, so there's more of that leaving the past behind energy. These two cards are definitely linked. And then we have wand, intention, and there's more blue in this. So this goes here with these cards. Intention. So this 4/4 portal, this activation of DNA, and these new light codes are definitely helping us to surrender, to be more grounded in the truth of ebb and flow, to be more balanced, and to have the conscious intention of being balanced. Really beautiful and extremely useful. So let's just wrap this up then with the Cosmic Cloud Oracle. Interesting. Okay, 3 of them just flew out at me. So we have air, intuition. So helping us to tap into our intuitive nature. Blessings, water, right? So this emotional release, where can I put you? There. This emotional release is just going to make us feel so much lighter. It's a blessing, right? We're going to feel so much gratitude for finally being able to let go, for finally being able to surrender to all of this energy that's going on. And earth, potential. So much potential. You know, we're unlocking it, right? We're unlocking our own potential as these just incredible spiritual, physical beings. So we'll leave it there. I really hope that guides you well. I hope it makes sense to you. I hope that you can work with this 4/4 portal to the highest degree. We're moving into such exciting times now, and the next energetic phase is just gonna blow up, you know. As long as we go with the flow and we go with the ebb too, and we're grounded in it and we surrender. This is probably one of the most important cards here today, is to just surrender to what comes your way. That doesn't mean roll over and take it. That means surrender to the energy and to the will of the divine, because she knows what she's doing and she remembers, and we don't. So we need to trust it. Trust your intuition. So we'll leave it there. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one.